Have you ever wondered if your favorite character has more than 3 brain cells? Today we're going to be addressing the matter at hand, which is, can they cook? Can they comprehend a strategy? And can they follow suit with said strategy? And how's it going to go? Right now, we're looking at super big brain. That means that their brain is so full of wrinkles that if you fold it out, it'll cover like half the United States. They cook so well, you don't even know they're cooking. Some of these people, pretty obvious, but we're gonna start with number 1, Sombra, right? Lady managed to hack everything in the world's most complex defense systems. Next up, we got the regular wrinkly brains. These people, they can make plans, and these plans, they generally work, right? I think someone like Soldier 76 fits here, right? Because he led Overwatch for 20 years, and he just kind of did his own thing. They never really went bad until he got betrayed, but yeah, I think he's pretty wrinkly brain. Next up, we got the half and halfers. And when I say this, I mean we have people who make a plan, and it's completely random as to whether or not it works. You know what? Hanzo, right? No, hear me out. Killed his brother for the sake of the Shimada clan, and he did not anticipate what happens after that. So he killed him. I mean, his plan, it worked, and then it didn't. After that, we got the people who, they try to cook, right? They try, they put their little hearts into it, and it goes downhill. It don't work. It don't work, right? This might be controversial. I apologize in advance. We got Doomfist. Now hear me out. The mans took on several of the top tier Overwatch members on his own and tried to punch a giant gorilla thinking he would win. Also, his escape plan out of prison, punched the wall over and over. And then we have the last category. They can't cook at all. They have 2 brain cells, they're always fighting with each other, and they can come up with a plan, and then it just doesn't work. Now, this is gonna be probably the most commonly accepted person for this category. We got Junkrat. We've all seen the little animated short with him and Roadhog, and they're trying to make a plan, and they're trying to bring the coins in to beat the Junker Queen, and he immediately gives themselves away. Yeah, that's our list right there. We got, pretty spread out. I think it's pretty even. It's gonna be controversial no matter what I do, so I better take a sip of, Okay, moving on. Let's go with some of the most obvious ones, right? Widowmaker, hear me out. Super big brain. I watched the short, right? This woman manages to get under the rooftops of a highly defended position for like a political leader, manages to beat everyone down, encounters Tracer, manages to beat her down, and she kicks Tracer off the roof, jumps off after her, lines up a shot dead center on Tracer's time thing, and when Tracer goes away, the bullet goes through and still kills the political leader. If that's not big brain, I don't know what is. Lucio goes in the wrinkly brain. Now, I know I'm a Lucio guy. I know I like to hype my mans up. He is a world-renowned DJ. He is super physically combatant. Dude's ripped. I just feel like he thinks in like 4D chess, right? He doesn't know everything that's gonna happen, but he's got a good grasp. So I think my mans is going in the wrinkly brain category. Bastion, 50-50 shot, and hear me out on this one too. He has like PTSD and split personality disorder. Not like Sigma, but like his programming is constantly conflicting where he's being told to kill everything, and then he's like, oh, birdie, I like that birdie, let's be friends. Also, he's a robot and can't really comprehend all things. He can calculate trajectories and all that stuff, so maybe his plans work. Maybe they don't because someone does something unpredictable. This is gonna be contradictory to what I just said, but Zenyatta, going in the wrinkly brain. He doesn't technically have a brain to be wrinkly, but wrinkly brain, because he has a personality. He seems to be able to actually think and comprehend human emotions. That's why he was able to teach Genji the way of the iris. Because of this, and the fact that he is a robot, he should have some understanding of like, that man's Angie, he gonna fight that dude, okay? But he has the robot calculations to make him all-knowing. He's not gonna beat Sombra, of course, but he's pretty good. Mercy, the angel herself. I'll be honest with you, I think she's all looks, 50-50. I've never seen her do anything that takes brain power, even in game. You fly, you beam, you do the shoots. I don't know. She just doesn't seem like someone who is super smart. Oh, this ought to be a good pair. We got Mr. Roadhog, Mako himself. I hope I can say Roadhog now. I'm gonna hook pull a diva bomb into you, get you killed. But he got playing. McCassidy, Mr. McCassidy himself is gonna be, where should we put the McCassidys? I think he's a 50-50. I think he's a go in, guns blazing, and hope that works kind of guy. And I feel like it typically does, so maybe he's just really lucky. We got Moira, and I think we all know where this is going. A super big brain, because she kind of turned Reaper into a mist, and fuck if I know how she did that. You gotta have the wrinkliest brain imaginable to be able to turn someone to mist, even in the Overwatch world. Brings us to Mr. Misty Man, and I think Misty Man don't have a clue what's going on. I think he follows people. I think when he betrayed Overwatch, he was just kind of like, hey man, you want to do this? It's like, sure, like that. Why not, right? So I think Misty Man's going in the middle. We got Kiriko, new healer. She's got the fox. She's a person. She does things. She throws the knives and the Healy fragments and stuff. Focuses a lot on the fox spirit. The little bit I've seen, she hasn't thought things through. I think she's young, immature, inexperienced. So I think she's gonna get everyone on the team killed. She's gonna be like, hey guys, let's go rush that payload. And everyone's like, yeah. And I hate to put her on par with Roadhog and Doomfist, but here we are. Moving on to some more wrinkliness, we got the hamster Hamtaro himself. Now, Mr. Hamtaro managed to escape a science facility on the moon, build a robot to survive the impact on the way back down, and then built onto it and infiltrated the Junker Queen's home, if I'm not mistaken. Like, that's what happened, right? He is a science experiment, but I'm fairly certain he wrinkly brain. Like, he's got to be up there to do all that. Speaking of more wrinkly brains, we got May. Now, I don't think she's super wrinkly brain, but she did manage to make an ice freezy thing that no one had actually seen out of like a can of whipped cream. So we'll give her the regular wrinkly brain status. Like, she can think something through, it'll probably work. Bara, daughter of Anna. We got the Sky Lady herself. She pairs pretty well with Mercy in the air, and I think she's gonna pair pretty well with Mercy in this category, because half the time she gets herself killed with her rockets, and I feel like there should be a defense system set in her suit. If you're 5 feet off the ground and you shoot rockets, you're gonna die. So she can't be that smart, but sometimes she carries. And I realize there's a lot of the player and speculation, but I think she's just 50-50. We also got Winston. Winston, pretty big brain. We've seen that in all of the cinematics, everything he's done, he's been the brain man. I'm sure at one point, when Jack Morrison was in charge, Mr. Soldier 76, Winston was probably the guy making the calls. I think he's big brain. Big and wrinkly. Probably the wrinkliest. If he's not the wrinkliest, then it's Sombra, so, you know, got them right there. Junker Queen. I don't think she thinks. I mean, I think she just blindly goes forward and just kills everything in her path. I don't think it's a plan. I don't think there's any thought behind it other than, I want to kill that guy. 2 brain cells. You got 2. You know, there's 2 people in the category right now, 2 brain cells. Okay, that's how it's gonna be. We got the Madre Anna. She's a sniper, right? Probably smart. She's old, she got experience. She's right up there with Mr. Jack Morrison. Is a wrinkly brain. I think she can make a plan and it would actually happen. So we got Reinhardt. Now, I realize that he has aged and it's probably, you know, more mature. But in his intro, the cinematic, he kind of rushes off and just gets buddy killed. Like, if he didn't rush off, his buddy would not have died. Reinhardt will get you killed by his own fights. 100%. Now, we got Miss Brigitte, who tries to save Mr. Rhine. She, you know, decided she needed to be on battlefield, healing, repairing, the shielding, blah, 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 blah. So, I don't think she's got wrinkly brain, but I think she's kind of smart. You know, well, 50-50. Shows another category. We'll give her a wrinkly brain. I don't know that she deserves it, but, you know, for the sake of it, we'll give her a wrinkly brain. Okay, Tracer. Tracer is rough to think about, because I don't know if she's actually smart or if she's lucky. You have to have some sort of brain cells to be able to utilize, you know, time manipulation. It's not that she's developed the time manipulation, but she's stuck in it, and she has to be able to kind of control where she's going and when she's coming. But she did get herself in that situation as a pilot. You know what? She's 50-50. She might get you stuck in a time loop. That's very possible. Echo. Echo is quite literally the echo of a scientist who co-created the Omnics, I believe. She's a robot, human emotions and impact. I think she's got the big brain. I think she's big brain in life. I think she's out here constantly calculating everything there is to calculate, and it's that meme where it's just all the numbers floating around your head. That's what it is. Sojourn, okay? Kind of intelligent-ish, but I don't think she's really ever... It's kind of on the level of Soldier 76, Mr. Jack Morrison, but I don't believe she's got his brain capacity. I think she's 50-50. I think she'll try to give you a plan. She'll probably try to take charge, and it will probably lead to your death. So maybe don't follow her if you're given the chance. Diva. Diva. Tank main. Diva's cool. We like Diva. Diva got the gun. She all blap, 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 blap. She was able to repair her mech herself. So that's gotta be some big brain. It's gotta be some wrinkles. And she did think about overloading the thing, although she had her friend help her. You know what? I think Diva's got the wrinkly brain. I don't think she's like big braining, but I think she's got some wrinkles going on in there. It's not smooth. Ain't no 2 brain cells. Speaking of 2 brain cells, I think we got Symmetra. That's gonna be controversial because I hate Symmetra. I'm automatically putting her lower on the list than you're gonna want her. I think Symmetra has some intelligence. I think she prioritizes like revenge and like the city herself more than actually thinking and trying to prepare. I think she'll get you killed 100%. I think she will get you killed. I appreciate all the technology she has. I don't know if she's developed it or not. I think she'll get you killed. We got Gengu's, Mr. Genji. He kind of invaded Shimada Castle to take revenge on Hanzo and kind of succeeded, but he got killed by Hanzo. Is that an emotion thing or a mental thing? Wrinkly brain. And now, this is why. He was guided by Zenyatta. Right now he's got this crazy cyborg body. I think they probably increased like his thinking capacities. I think Genji has a wrinkly brain. Maybe part like cybernetic, but it's wrinkly. The shooter healer man does the jumpins as an immortality field, which I still do not understand how that's not like a widespread thing in Overwatch. You just don't have like built-in immortality fields in buildings. Why they have not developed that technology is beyond me. Because if it's portable, there's got to be a larger version somewhere. I don't think he developed any of that. I remember him being a soldier for Talon, I believe, and he actually admitted that he made poor choices. 50-50. You know, he admitted he made poor choices. I don't think he'd get you killed. Don't know that he'd save you either. Torbjorn. I want to put Torbjorn high on the list. I do. I like Torbjorn. He is obviously very smart because he's able to build the turrets. He's like the main guy who builds the things for Overwatch. So he's got to be smart. I'd love to put him in the super big brain. I don't think he is. I don't think he has a super big brain. I think he's got like a medium wrinkly brain. Yeah, I just think he's got a medium wrinkly brain. I mean, he's smart, but he's not too smart. Also, doesn't he have like 30-something kids? I guess you can afford it on Overwatch paychecks. Well, Overwatch disbanded. How's he paying to feed these kids? It's amazing. That's why Brigitte is over there with Reinhardt. She couldn't afford to live with him. He was starving. We got McCassidy's counterpart, Ash. The lady with Bob. Bob was upgraded at one point. Did she do the upgrades? Did she coerce someone into doing the upgrades? Our plan did not work out against McCassidy. So I think she's a 50-50. She kind of got blown up and sent on her way, and McCassidy stole. You kind of had to anticipate that was going to happen, right? You had to. Like, there should have been smart enough to see that this would have happened. So 50-50. We got Ramatra. He's not overly intelligent. He is an Omnic. He has a personality. I think he's on Zenyatta's level. Also, he was kind of paired with Zenyatta. I think he can think plans through and generally go through with them. Not always, but usually. So I think, yeah, Ramatra's got a wrinkly brain. A wrinkly, electronic, wiry brain. This is a hard one. Sigma is very smart. He kind of figured out how to manipulate gravity. He also kind of screwed himself over into having split personalities. He's obviously, you know what? We're gonna say main Sigma before he become all crazy. Super big brain. Dude devoted his whole life to like the math for which gravity is. So, and he figured it out. I mean, he created a black hole, which split his personality, but then he figured it out. So yeah, he's got the super big brain. Not even Moira has manipulated gravity. Or Sombra, for that matter. Zarya. Mrs. Beam. I think Zarya is one of those people that she just uses muscle and sheer force to get away with anything she's trying to do. Kind of like Junker Queen, except I think she puts at least like a little bit of thought into what she's doing. I think she tries to cook and fails. honestly what I believe. Like, she tries. Yeah. No. It's real. You know what? She's on par with Junker Queen. I think she follows orders, and she can follow a plan like that. I want to put her in the middle. I cannot put her in the middle. You know what? You guys can decide where she should be. I'm going to leave her right here because I really don't think she's as dumb as Junkrat and nor as reckless as Junker Queen, but I don't think she's got any brain cells in there really working for her. And last, but definitely not least, we have Orisa. Built by Yappy, Mama, Luffy, King of the Pirates? I don't know. She is an OR-15 Omnic that has been redesigned with a personality chip. So she's smart, but I remember in the cinematic they were saying that she had to learn. She ended up like smashing a bus in order to save someone. But if she has the capacity right now, I'm gonna say she's 50-50, right? But with the ability to learn from everything that's going on and the personality module she has, I think she will eventually get to Wrinkly Brain. I think eventually she will be of the Wrinkly Brains. That's our list. That's a good list if you ask me. Okay. Well, if you agree with me, don't agree with me, let me know in the comments below. Share this list, let people know. Make your own list. Why not, right? You can make your own list. Anyone can make their list. I believe in it. Just have a good day.